Hello everyone, I am Tacet and welcome to the Gems of War Guild Wars Week 57, Day 6. It is a brown day, and of course it is also a Sunday, so that means we will be going over the new stuff that's coming out tomorrow. Let's see, where's the little thingy for it? Right here. Bring that up. But yeah, we're getting quite a few things. Very few of it actually relevant. Mainly just the weapon for the most part. But as far as the troop, it is indeed invasions next week, so we have just a pretty standard thing that ends up killing out towers. The unique thing on this particular one is that it ends up charming a random enemy, which will be pretty decent at higher level battles, simply because it's going to be hitting like 50, 60, 70, maybe even higher than that. So that's going to be okay. But yeah, other than that, just a pretty standard invasion troops, everything about it. The only thing that's really slightly off is it doesn't actually have any skull mitigation, but that's about the only thing. You can still probably get away with it in first slot. It's just going to die a little bit easier than some of the other ones have in the past. As far as the next thing, this thing is pure useless. It is a common. I'm not even sure I'm going to max it out. I don't believe we even need to with how far Mr. Scales is. Actually, with that being said, how far is Mr. Scales? Mr. Scales is 9. I know you can't see this at the moment, but let's see. Kingdom Power. Yeah, we need 3 more troops. We're currently only getting 2 more, so it's still going to be 1 troop short of getting that upgrade. So yeah, there's no actual immediate need to get it, though. I don't know, I'll probably still max it. We have enough glory. It's not going to hurt us to pay like 20,000 glory to get that thing maxed, even though it's useless. We're going to get a lot of useless pure purples out of it. But as far as something that's actually useful, we got this basically the Divine Protector version for Nagas. There's not too many excessively good Nagas, but if there's ever anything that's going to put the team together, it's going to be something like this. It does damage to an enemy, boosted by Naga allies at a 4 times boost ratio, I believe that is, or 3 times, whatever the same thing is for Divine Protector and all of them. It's the same boost ratio as all of those, and it creates a mix of red and purple gems, both of which, of course, Nagas need quite a bit, particularly the red. But yeah, it's going to be okay. I don't think there's going to be any excessively good synergy with it right off the bat. It's probably going to be used with this, Merilith, and 2 other things, most likely. But it could have some really decent potential in the future. It's going to be one of those weapons that it's going to come in. It's going to be nearly useless when it gets released. But give it like a few months and a few more Nagas, and it's probably going to be somewhat okay. If I'm not mistaken, one of the troops from next faction is a Naga as well that has Bleed. So you'll be able to synergize it with this weapon as well. So yeah, definitely get this weapon. It might not have an immediate use, but it will have a use very, very soon into the future, if nothing else. But anyways, that's that. Oh yeah, duh, that actually is going to be 10-starred soon. I actually do need to go max it because I forgot. The next faction is associated with Mr. Scales. So Mr. Scales is actually going to be like 13, 14 stars very soon on February 1st. So yeah, definitely get all the troops maxed. I almost forgot about that. Anyways, hello everyone! Hello Churros, hello Brian, hello William, hello Mehmet, hello Pone, hello Overfiend, hello Brian, hello Squidgy, hello Demon Angel, and hello Captain, hello everyone else. Welcome! Hope you guys have been having some good luck with the gnomes. There's still about 6 hours left on it. But before we do that, we have Guild Wars to do. So let's get into Guild War Day. It looks like we've won every single day, though we're in bracket 5. So let's see. Yeah, it doesn't look like we'll make first, unfortunately. But it does look like even if we don't do anything, we could literally not do our battles, and we will still end up making it. But I still want to do them, because if I don't do my battles, I'm going to be all the way at like last place in my guild as far as total amount of score this week. Anyways, what's the current score against this one? Oh yeah, we need to make sure we get that extra EXP, and it looks like we will, assuming everyone does their battles. There's only 3 people that haven't, 2 if you count myself. So, yeah, even just with my points, as long as we only lose once, ideally we'll do a bit better than that, but as long as we only lose once, we're already passing them. And if one other person from the guild does it, we have a secure 100% chance of winning. And then we get 100% extra EXP for like an entire month for no reason. So speaking about no reason, what on earth is that team? He doesn't even have Hero in there. Anyways, let's go to our brown team. I don't think we need a revamp this time around. Let me see, what's our current brown? Oh, I didn't change the banner yet though. Let me do that. Wait. Actually, do we use Rune Priest? I think I actually did switch the banner to Rune Priest for this one particular, because we do still gain half mana start off of High Forge. Let me see. What does Rune Priest have as far as everything? It might be okay. Let me see. Class upgrades. So we're using the random stats effect. I'd probably want to go for impact if we're using it in a first slot. What other things? We don't need that. Don't need any of those three, I don't believe. Oh, wait, yes, we are. We're using a hammer. So that's going to make no difference. We already explode them all anyways. Gain barrier to start a battle. That's probably the biggest benefit that this would have compared to using Titan. Extra armor for himself and the other ally. I'd probably want to go for higher skull damage instead. That 4 armor is not going to make too big a difference. And we don't need more magic. Gain barrier every brown. That's the most obvious thing if we're going to bother using him. Oh yeah, we have banish. We have banish or an extra brown. That's probably the reason why I'm using it. Is for one of those two reasons. In this particular battle, we need the extra brown, so we'll set it to brown. And if we need to dispel, we'll change it to dispel. But it looks like we'll just keep it at that for now. And yeah, basically just all in on Stone Tree other than Vanguard and Razor armor. Yeah, let's give it a shot. This should be a little bit better than Titan, hopefully. And then we'll just do this, right into Mountain Crusher, right into everything else. We are missing 2 colors, purple and green. But everything that we will be doing will be high impact, so it should be fine. I don't think we're going to need to change anything else out, and it's still pure brown. Let's give this a shot. I think this is the first time we're using this particular team. Mainly because we haven't had the hero class choice available for us until this week. Since the most recent patch. So we'll take that, grab all of our extra turn there. But yeah, look, we still have plenty of mana. Doesn't matter too much. For one Mountain Crusher, you pretty much just have full mana everything. So we got Ubistet there, that'll double kill. And then we just core Vash into any follow-up. I'll take a brown here just so he doesn't do damage to us. Minimize it as much as possible so that we get the highest score as possible. I'm sure taking those reds. Whoops. He's already dead. All we will do is just take that skull and did we even take any damage? I don't think we did. If we did, it was very little. And again, I don't think I've gotten a single pet this entire weekend that has not been a repeat that we already have maxed. I think maybe 1, 2 at tops. But, yeah, I'm getting really unlucky with pets this weekend. Or I should say the guild is getting unlucky. What do we need here? Because I don't think I found a single pet, actually, personally. Oops, I did not mean to do that, but oddly enough, that was actually the better move due to pure luck off the top. That was not the move I wanted, though. What do we take? Do we just go for core? Wait, is Ubistet enough damage? I actually don't know because we just got attack reduced. Let's bring out the almighty calculator and see what it has to say. Let's see. 32 plus 17 plus 27 plus 23 plus 42 plus 44 plus 41 plus 41 equals divided by 6 and 44.5 plus 28. That seems like not enough, which is why we calculated it. It is 72.5, which means it's 72, which means it's not enough. So here, have a Corvette. Yeah, we do it. It's definitely enough. Yeah, we'll High Forge. And then let's do that. And then Ubistet wipes. And that should be matched. And all of the math. I can't wait till they finally add it so we don't need to do math anymore. Though I will kind of miss it. Oh no! He has Tapon. He's using the correct team. Any version of a team like that's really, really good on this day. Luckily... Oh wow! Never mind, we won. We got drained before we even got a cast off. Very nice. Normally you would have Tapon in third slot, so that wouldn't happen. Normally you run some... Well, I personally run... what would it be? Flame of Fire or Mountain Crusher if you don't have it, or Dragon's Eye if you don't have it. One of those three. Though Flame of Fire is the best. Into Yagway, into Tapon, into Queen of Tanya. And the best benefit that that has compared to this order is you will get core vashed a lot if you try using on Brown Day up front there. It's very unlikely, but it's definitely possible that they would get Corvash in time, like what we just did. Which is why you put it in 3rd slot so that doesn't happen. Okay, I don't know if that's enough damage, and once again I'm going to bring out the calculator because this is Guild Wars and it actually matters if we save a turn or not. Normally it wouldn't matter at all, we would just cast it or take that skull and then cast it. But for Guild Wars it kind of matters that we know if it will or will not kill. Let me add all of them up. 42, 59, divide that by 6, add whatever his magic currently is, 29. That looks like it's enough. Plus 29, that is 84, and he currently has 79, so that is enough to kill. Okay, and that's pretty much a match. We'll throw a preemptive High Forge, I guess, just to do some damage. Get a few explosions. To skull or not to skull? If Corvash would have gotten full mana off of it, I would, but he won't. We'll do that instead. He'll just sit on barrier. And, ooh. Yeah, I just let it have a skull here. Because we can't let it cast that. It's too much damage. It would reduce our score. And raise our armor for the kill, and dead. Actually, I think we had enough attack even without the extra 20% off the armor. That's so far so good. Oh, well, not if he uses that. That's the team I was talking about. He's using Queen Titania and Tapon switched, but I guess it doesn't really matter. That makes sure he has a backline tank, I guess. The other way around set up more so for skull spam, because some people do run skull spam on Brown Day. There are a lot of skull spam options on Brown. I don't personally bother, but there are people that do. What do I take here? We'll take the reds over. Now I almost was about to cast that. We actually have a really bad board right now for trying to do that, since he kind of just got rid of every single one. We'll take another red. Oh, do we want that skull? No, we're entangled. We'll just let him have it. So we'll obviously not have enough right here, so I guess we throw Corvash. Mountain Crusher's still not that good of value. So throw Corvash down, get him drained. We'll take a yellow to skull. We actually don't need the other part of that, though. I guess we'll take a purple into yellow into skull, right? Yeah, we'll do that. We'll do it that way. A lot of yellow. Too bad we don't actually need that. But that should be enough for Ubistem. I'm not even going to calculate it. It looks like it's enough. With that many troops still alive and that much attack, it turns out gone by. Okay, we did get a Corvash in time to go drain him out. He'll hit his skull on barrier, which will do nothing. And we got Ubistem for the kill and dead. There we go. Was that the final battle or was that 4th? We have one more. Let's see. Yes, we have this one. Okay, he's using skull spam. That doesn't convert out brown though, does it? No. That converts out red, right? Yeah, red. No, blue. Wait, what? No, it converts out red right there. Yeah, none of this actually converts out brown, right? Green to blue. That's weird. Maybe he said it on the wrong day. But let's go fight him. You've gotten 13 Vault Keys so far. Very nice. I think we're up to 8 or 9. I actually lost track a little bit. We're either at 8 or 9. Definitely at least 8. Okay, so there's no brown. Oh, yeah, never mind. There is a brown. We'll take the brown. It's the best thing to go for. Ooh, that better not have alignment. Luckily it doesn't. Ooh, barely. We are frozen now. I actually cannot get out of that. The only thing that we could do for that is just wait it out. Oh, I didn't need that blue. But he did. Still take that over, get another stun. Wait, how do we stun off of that? Oh yeah, Corvash, duh. I was gonna say. So we do have an okay Mountain Crusher. I guess we go for it. But then again, I don't want to miss and give him full mana, so we'll drain him now. And then go for it, just out of safety's sake. Get our barrier back up, so do whatever. Red to brown, that is very tempting. But I think we'll just save it for a Mountain Crusher. Do that, Mountain Crusher again. And repeat the cycle. Unfortunately, we didn't get full mana for anything there, though. But we did just finally get the cleanse. Brown extra turns. We have one right there, so we'll grab that one. Ubistet, are you in kill range? I feel like it's not, but we already brought the calculator out 2 times. Let's go bring it out for a third. 44, 45, 50, 57, 42, 59 divided by 6, add whatever his magic currently is, which is 33, or, you know, whatever his base damage is, plus 33. That comes out to 82.5. That is not enough, but what is enough is anything into casting that. And now he's dead. There we go. Oh, apparently we got 6 gems done for one of those as well. Very nice. And that is it. That's all we need to do. Oh, that just scored a lot lower than I thought it would. What made us score go down so much? I guess we weren't accumulating enough mana. We definitely were not taking that much damage. But oh well. It's oddly enough one of the only 5-0 or 5-5s that we, or whatever, yeah, 5-0s that we've had all week other than the second day. But anything over 50,000 I'm happy with. Generally I want to be aiming more towards about 55,000 or so. But I don't know, I'll take a 50,000. There we go. Pretty sure like almost everyone in the guild actually has a higher score, except for a few. Well, that one hasn't done the battles yet, but most of them do. Anyways, that's that. That'll be enough for us to make second easily. And we'll finally go back to bracket 4, then 3, then hopefully 2. I don't think we'll go much further than that, though. I highly doubt we'll get back into 1, but you never know. Anyways, that's that for now. Now we need to go farm a bunch of gnomes, because that's the only other thing we really have to do for the most part, and delves, but do want to get some more gnome grind in before it's over. Yeah, we already have that max. I don't know why I bothered checking. I already knew with almost exact certainty that was already done. But let's go and not throw that. Let's throw a key team at it. Where's Key? Still trying to level Frost Mage. Almost got it at 80. Slowly but surely, we shall get this thing maxed. I don't really need it maxed. We pretty much already got it at the goal. But we already got every single other hero class that we're going to be needing upgraded, so figured why not. There are some teams that do occasionally use the level 100 perk, which is extra magic to elementals. That's an annoying summon. Let's take a green to green, hopefully. Nope, didn't get it. Hello, Red Devil. Next faction is Kedar? Wait, is it? Could have sworn it was Mr. Skills. Which one is it? Let me double check the spoiler for thready thing. Let's see. Where did it go? Where did it go? Where's January? I mean, where's February 1st? There it is. Fangmore. Shame of Set. Let's see. Or Shaman of Set. Let's see. What thing are you associated to? Where's the thing for it? Naga, Mystic. That doesn't say what kingdom you're from. It definitely looks like something Mr. Skills. Could have sworn it was Mr. Skills. Let's see. Why does this page not show it? That's weird. But yeah, if it isn't Mr. Scales, it'll be Kedar will be the first kingdom in the game to have a non-Naga, or to have a Naga, I mean, because currently all Nagas are only Mr. Scales. Hello, Kevin. Hello, Haley. You got 2 Sparkle Sacks. Is your lineup Sparkle Key Greed? Yep, that would be the team you would go for. Double Sparkle Key Greed. Normally you put a Egg Thief there, just so you gain more mana, but if you want to gain more gold, you can do it that way. Yeah, you can go very long hours of streaks without ever getting Vault Keys, unfortunately. I think our longest streak was about 15 hours with 0 Vault Keys, despite playing the entire time. Our high streak this weekend was only a few hours without one. Go to the kingdom section. Oh, does it show it in there under unowned? Let me see. Sometimes they do accidentally leak the unowned early. Oh, you mean the image would probably appear? Let me see. If we go to Kedar, let's see. Go to here, kingdom. Let's see. They aren't popping up. Is this what you meant? I don't see them popping up. So it's probably not going to pop up for Mr. Scales either because they're not in the game yet. Oh, kingdom section in the Terran's world. Let's see. Go to main menu. Wait, where even is the kingdom section in this place? Let's see. Kingdoms. Fang Moon. Underworld. Kedar. Oh, it is associated with Kedar. Oh, the following one in Mr. Scales. Oh, I'm confusing the two of them, that's why. That would explain why. Yeah, Kedar's next one, Mr. Scales is the following one. I was basically just confusing them with each other. My bad. But yeah, next one is Kedar. Does that even upgrade it? Yeah, it does. 1 extra armor then. Wait, this place doesn't have a mythic though, does it? It does. Wait, what is... Oh yeah, duh, Fair Shra. Yeah, he has a mythic. It's Fair Shra. Oh, that's pretty nice then. So that'll be like, what, a 12 star then? Yeah, there should be 12 stars. By February 1st then. Could be nice. And then the other one will get up by mid-March. Anyways, let's see what our lowest trait stone currently is and see where we have to farm. I believe our lowest is around 270 right now. Let's see, Arcane Blood is 270 exactly. Anything lower than that? Yes, Arcane Venom's at 265. Lava's at 261. So we'll go do that in Urskea. I forgot, we could do that in Cinder Mirage too. But I believe their explosions will actually make the battle get delayed. But then again, it would give us free mana. Possibly the full free mana. You know what? Let's do Cinder Mirage instead. Let's see if it goes much better. And we'll do it with our normal Explorer team. Because I believe it's still glitched where we get the mana. I forget if they fixed it. Yeah, we still get their mana. They haven't fixed it yet. We get the mana for all their explosions. Oh, this is going to be a super easy kingdom to grind then for gnomes. They're just randomly going to give us free mana to start a battle. Basically every single battle. Because nearly every Cinder Mirage troop does an explosion at the start of battle. Oh, we already got an Arcane. Still need dozens more. Oh, what on earth is that team? 3 Horsemen of the Apocalypse. The only one missing is Famine. Yeah, well, we'll have a redeem code once we get our first key of the stream. We'll have it a little bit later. Either or, whichever one comes first. But ideally, we'll give it out when we find a vault key. Hopefully, we'll find a vault key. Could be one of the unlucky hours. We'll still have one regardless. Okay. So we'll get our split in there. Should be only about a few dozen battles away from level 80 as well. Too bad we don't get any particular perk for that, but one step closer. If anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, just let me know, and we'll make sure to go over it all. Okay, we don't have anything too huge happening next week. Actually, that does remind me. What's the Friday event for next week? Do we even have one? Well, that would explain why I can't think of it. We don't have one next Friday, it doesn't look like. Next Friday is the 25th, right? Yeah. Okay, that would explain why I can't think of one. There is none. We finally get a weekend just to relax. And I'm pretty sure the Wednesday pet isn't new. I don't think we're getting a new pet until like March or something. Like one that isn't cosmetic. We're getting quite a few new pets between now and then, but they're all cosmetics. Like we're getting one for Valentine's, we're getting one for, I believe, St. Patrick's Day. Pretty much any holiday between now and then they're giving one out for. Oh, I see. They actually fixed the mana from going into us, but the Cascade we still get the mana for. So if he does an explosion, all of the mana of the explosion goes to him, but all of the Cascade of the explosion goes to us. That's really weird. But that appears to be what it's doing. Also, I need them to actually get their trait. The other problem is a lot of them have it on their final trait, and they keep getting a random amount of traits. So sometimes, even if there's an exploding troop, we don't necessarily get the explosion for ourselves. 14 Vault Keys, very nice. Yeah, maybe next Vault event we'll do like a 12-hour stream or something. We'll see. I'll see when it's actually that weekend if we will. But actually, when is the next Vault event? I might actually be on vacation then. Or not on vacation, but I'm just seeing family and stuff. Let's see. When is next Vault event? Next Vault event is... When is next Vault event? Doesn't say. Let me control find vaults. It's better not be that late into... Well, I guess it actually would, because technically the current one's... Okay. Yeah, it's all the way at February 22nd. Why does that feel so long away? I guess that technically is a month. I can't believe January is already almost over. It feels like it just became 2019. And the month is already almost over. I just realized something. I'm using the Y button again instead of A. Do I really have to reset this controller every single time I unplug it? I think I might have to. Okay, I might just keep using Y. It's not exactly what I wanted to do with this controller, but it's still getting the job done. I didn't even realize I was clicking Y. But, yeah, I fixed the controller earlier to have it bound to A. But, apparently I have to do that literally every time I unplug the controller. Possibly even every time I open up Steam. Third Friday of each month is Vault events. Oh, I didn't even realize they consistently got it on a single day. A while ago, it seemed like they were just kind of doing it randomly throughout, because they weren't even necessarily exactly a month apart. Yeah, that makes sense. Every third Friday. Also, it is still a gnome event, right? Where are all the gnomes? Maybe I shouldn't be doing it here. I'm pretty sure Kingdom wouldn't have any effect, but still. Where's all of our gnomes? I don't think we've seen a single one here yet. Come out wherever you are. At least we're getting plenty of arcanes, if nothing else. Also, if you haven't currently finished the event objective, I highly advise to do so. All you need to do is explore in any kingdom that has a bunch of blues, like Sword's Edge or anywhere else, for like a few hours, and you'll easily have it all. Maybe not even that long. There's quite a few of them. Doesn't take that long at all, and it gives 12 event keys among other resources. Like, if we don't get one in like the next 10 battles, I'm switching to a different kingdom. Maybe because Sinner Mirage is so recent, it's not coded to have gnomes? Who knows? Oh, well, we'll find out. If we don't get one in like next 10 battles, we're gonna bail from this kingdom. Could just be excessively bad luck, which is the most likely reason. But you never know. Okay, we'll take that purple. Cover splits. Yep, still none. Probably just super unlucky though. Of course we'd end with bad luck. Hello, Medieval! Welcome. Hope your weekend has been going well. Still 0. At this point, I might have to give out a redeem code if we even find a gnome. Gosh. How about that? Next gnome we find, we'll give a redeem code. Yeah, if we don't get it in the next few minutes here, we're bailing to the other brown-red kingdoms. Not to Groshnok, though, to Urskea. Oh, we're getting plenty of brown-red arcanes from here, if nothing else. We're getting one almost every 5 battles. It's way above drop rate. There we go. I finally got it. And I did say when we find one, I'd give out a redeem code. Aw, why couldn't you also do a Vault Key, though? That would have been perfect. But yeah, it's at the halfway point anyways. Redeem code time! Okay. Let's go mark one of these. Edit. Copy. Or actually mark it first. Copy, copy. Save. Put it over in the code section. Put that there, paste, refresh, put it in the front, paste, copy the whole thing. It does indeed work. And there you guys go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. You put in your invite code, which is found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says there, redeem code is right over there. You just copy paste it or type it out, all those random numbers and letters, and use it on gemsofwar.com underneath game code section, or simply click that link. And it gives the same reward as always: 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, and 2,500 gold. There you guys go. And that's way better than what we got as a gnome drop, but let's continue our grind. Hopefully we'll find at least 1 Vault Key. Go to our collection. By collection, I mean we'll use it immediately. So I guess it's technically not going to the collection. Also, one thing that I might do when I go over to New Jersey to see family, I might bring back some of my old consoles. I don't know if I'm going to bring all of them back, but just in case there's a hurricane that wipes out this area. But I don't know, I feel like I might bring some of the other ones back so we could maybe stream some of it. The only kind of stuff I really have is the old Nintendo games, though. But I'd probably bring all the GameCube stuff. And just leave all the more valuable N64 stuff down there. Because there wouldn't be too many N64 games that I would actually want to play. Except for maybe Ocarina of Time and a few others. What do we do there? Grab that over. Get our destroy. Got a glory gnome. That's by default good loot. Kill with firebomb. And 1,000 glory. Very nice. It's almost a whole hour's worth of grinding glory in a single drop. It is so good. They tend to overvalue a lot of stuff, but for whatever reason, they really undervalue glory. Not a celestial. I don't even know what our celestial count is up to these days. I believe it's almost over 500. It's gonna stay even higher if we keep using orange orbs for stuff. I really should start using small orange orbs for more stuff. Maybe even for legendaries. For the final true traits. Normally I just trait them normally because it's quicker and we have basically infinite trait stones. But I don't know, maybe we'll start using oranges. We have 98 small orange orbs. I think we can afford it. It just feels like a waste using anything other than on mythic traits. I got a soul in the gnome. Hopefully drops at least 5,000 if not a key. One or the other. 5,000 and a champion level, very nice. So we got both the two best drops from them then, the 5,000 souls and the 1,000 glory. And it seems we're going with the whole not getting gnomes for like forever and then getting every gnome back-to-back pattern. He dropped uselessness though. That's sad. We got more souls than we even got gold. 2,500 gold, yet we got 5,000 souls. That's pretty sad, especially since souls is a rarer resource than gold. Oh, that's something we don't have yet either. A gold gnome. They could technically do a gold gnome. Like a leprechaun. I wonder if they might do that around St. Patrick's Day. That would actually be really funny. I don't think they currently have a gnome planned anytime soon, but that would make a lot of sense if they did it around that time. Because normally patches are in March, like the next patch that should be coming, most likely. No official date though. But isn't St. Patrick's Day in March? I actually completely forget. It's not normally a holiday I celebrate. Let's see. St. Patrick's Day 2019. Yeah, March 17th. That's around the time when they do patches this time of year. So I wouldn't be surprised if they added gold gnome or something then. Something that looks like a leprechaun as a gnome. Same difference. Yeah, there's still dozens of gnomes that they could add if they really, really wanted to. Well, I don't think they're going to add a diamond gnome. The jewel gnome basically is the diamond gnome, unfortunately. They really need to consider buffing the Jewel Gnome. It is so underwhelming. More so than anything they've ever added to gnomes. Tradestone Gnome. Tradestone Gnome, even though that sounds like a joke right now, that might actually be applicable because they are adding a Tradestone Sync later this year. So maybe around the time they add a Tradestone Sync, they'll rebalance it by adding a Tradestone Gnome as well. Yeah, brown's the only color gnome we don't currently have. Or I believe it's the only color. I think the other 5 are covered. Let's see, purple off of Soul, red off the normal, yellow off of Glory. I mean blue off of Glory. Yellow off of Valraven. And I believe one of the other gnomes was yellow, right? I feel like I'm forgetting one. The Jewel Gnome was yellow. Green off of Pet Gnome. So yeah, brown's the only color gnome that's not covered. Wow, that battle took forever. Like 30 seconds, but in Explorer time, that is forever. Coward Gnome summons another gnome type while escaping. A Dawnbringer Gnome. There actually technically is a Dawnbringer Gnome. He's called Soul Gnome. You just have to kill him a billion times. But technically, he gives you anywhere from 1/1000th to 1/20th? No, 1/200th. He gives you anywhere from 1/1000th to 1/200th of a Dawnbringer every time you kill him. As far as the million that you need to actually craft it. Well, technically it costs 1.3, but, you know, just for easy maths. But, yeah, he drops anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000. 1,000, 2,500, or 5,000. He basically is a Dawnbringer Gnome. Yeah, we reached level 1,980 earlier. That was actually previous stream. We did that as the last thing of our previous stream. But, yeah, we should, by probably the end of this month, be level 1,400. Doesn't really give us much. I think it's just 1 armor for our hero. But that's still 1 more armor on our hero than we had before. And with how much heroes use these days, it's actually somewhat relevant. That's really the only real benefit of getting higher level these days. You that and you get a little bit of extra mastery. But the mastery part of it doesn't really make too big of a difference. Even if we get 100 extra mastery for a color, that's like 0.1% or anywhere from 0.1 to 0.5 or so extra surge chance. Something really, really, really small. 45% way there? Well, that's still pretty close. I wish he would stop dropping diamonds. We got 2 diamonds earlier, now we got 5 diamonds. Hopefully this one has something that's not useless. Come on, anything of relevance. 10,000 gold. That is a little better. At least it's not 2,500 gold. Still not the drop we seek. Best Kingdom? Best Kingdom is Whitehelm for Home Kingdom, if that's what you're talking about. And the reason why Whitehelm is the best Home Kingdom is the only thing that Home Kingdom currently affects is your tribute. And the best tribute is Glory, and Whitehelm is pure Glory. So assuming you have every single kingdom equally upgraded as far as star level and level, then White Helm is always the best, assuming that they're equally upgraded. If they're not equally upgraded, whichever one you have upgraded the most with the highest tribute overall is the best. But otherwise, it's assuming they're all equally upgraded, it is always White Helm as the best Home Kingdom. Just because it's pure glory, and glory is best tribute. Between those 3 resources, it's not necessarily the best resource. It's just the amount of the resource that you get relative to the other ones, relative to how long it takes to obtain those resources. Glory is just the best of the 3. Because the amount of gold you get from the extra tribute is less than 1 battle. The amount of souls you get is about like 1 or 2 battles, depending on the team you're doing. But the amount of glory you get from that extra tribute is anywhere from like 3 to 5 battles, if not more. Vault key from a Jewel Gnome. That's always a great feeling. I don't know if we've actually gotten one yet. I think if so, we've only gotten one from a Jewel Gnome before. But yeah, it's always nice getting it all for her, because you already know every drop of hers is bad, so seeing a Vault Key is nice. It's the only drop she has that isn't horrible. That and 20 diamonds, but I have not seen the 20 diamond drop. I just heard people say that it is possible. Haven't seen it yet, though. Probably her rarest drop. I wouldn't even need 20 diamonds anyways, but it is a pretty decent drop nonetheless. Problem is all her other drops are useless other than Vault Key. Five regular and 1 major blue this weekend. That is some really nice luck. I wish we could find a major blue. That thing might escape. That'd be a fail. Come on, something good. That is something good. Good. Okay, 9th Vault Key of the weekend. Let's go use it. Okay, what will we get? Hopefully something of value. This is probably the last Vault Key we're opening this weekend, so hopefully good. Let's see. Unfortunate that's off a Glory Gnome, but because the loot from the key could be worse than the Glory Gnome's loot. Well, if I ever load, there we go. Take our tribute. It'd also be sad if our tribute's worth more than whatever's in this key. But let's go open the key and see what's inside. Well, we're not lucky yet. We need to see what's actually inside of it. For all we know, it could be a common troop into 2 diamonds, into 100 souls, into something else that's useless. 2 minor trade stones. Let's go take that. That better not be exactly what we get. Okay, what do we have? Come on, something not useless. Ah, that could have been better. We got 5 gems and an orb, basically. Okay, well, it depends what the orb is. Oops, stream just went down. I'll wait a second. Come back, stream! We need to open the orb. There we go, stream's back. But yeah, 5 gems and an orb. That's not the greatest. Those 2 are obviously nearly trivial. But yeah, let's see what the orb is. Anything but green. Place your bets now. Let's see who guesses it correctly. Blue major, I wish. Though, this could be a blue minor, actually. No guesses? Anyone? Could be a stream delay. But anyways, we'll just open it. Yep, that's what I thought. Wow, that was useless. So basically, we got 5 gems from that Vault Key. What a Vault Key. Anyways, that's disappointing. It's disappointing. It's technically worth about 1,000 souls or so if we use it for a mythic. It's worth anywhere from about 800 to 1,000. Simple, saying it after the fact. Ha, red. I know, right? Say red every single time and you'll get it correctly. Yeah, Glory Gnome's worst drop could have theoretically been better, because that's 10 glory keys, and each glory key has a chance of dropping about 2 to 4 gems. Actually, that does remind me. We haven't gotten a single gem drop from Cedric this week. Or this weekend. And all 9 of our keys, not a single one dropped us gems off of him. He has a 100 gem drop and a 250 gem drop. Both of which are pretty nice, particularly the 250. It's one of his best drops overall. It's also the highest amount of gems you can ever get at one time for free, other than leaderboard stuff. Which technically isn't free. There's no leaderboard you'd be able to make it for free. But yeah, as far as like free that you could possibly get, it's the highest you could ever get at one single time. 250. Yeah, I have 9 more keys available. I'm saving them though. Those are all the keys from not this event. Those 9 keys are from, not the 9 that we earned, but those 9 keys are the ones that we got from things like Bounty Hunter, those Tuesday events, invasions, raids, stuff like that. That's what those are from. And I'm saving those for when a new gnome comes in. But every single new key we got, we spent immediately this weekend. But all my old keys I made sure to save, except for one. We did open one additional one. We actually had 10 keys prior. Hello, Goober. Welcome. I kind of want to get another vault key now to make up for it. Are you finding PvP battles getting too annoying to persist with? Well, that's not why we're in Explorer right now. We're in Explorer to try to farm gnomes. But, yes, PvP battles are a little bit more annoying at this current moment in time than they normally are. I find myself taking 2 trophies a lot more often than I would take 3 trophies in the past. But yeah, PvP is a little bit annoying in the current state of the game. There's a lot of fun teams to use against them. It's just some other teams just randomly get stuff like, Gimlet into, Key. Gimlet into Dragon's Eye, It's probably one of the most annoying offenders of it right now. As far as teams that are just super, super ultra annoying to have to deal with. Because you normally have to build an entire team around countering it to actually counter it properly. While there are a lot of teams that you can do that will just naturally kill it. To consistently get it done, you would have to completely switch your team. And there's a few defend teams these days that you kind of have to do that for. Basically anything that runs into an empowered. Like the Tapon teams that run Yagwe Queen of Tanya, the Dragon's Eye teams that run Gimlet and stuff like that. Hello, Miguel. Welcome. See, after this stream, I'll see if I can go farm like another 1 or 2 vault keys before the night ends. Might even go through my delves off stream later tonight too, just to get them done. Haven't been doing it the last few days, or the last 2 days, just because I haven't. I've been wanting to farm gnomes in my free time that I did have instead. Doesn't really miss out on that much resources. We're almost to the point where we don't even need shards anyways. We're really close to the point of not needing excess shards for troops. We'd still need it for treasure, but as far as specifically for troops, we're almost at the point where we don't need it anymore. And that's basically the only reason for even doing delves other than Renown. Yeah, next week as far as events is going to be pretty tame. We just have the, basically the Monday. The Monday event's like the biggest thing that's happening next week. All the stuff that we're getting from it that persists throughout the week. But yeah, we don't have anything to do for the weekend, so we finally get to relax for once. We'll be able to catch up on some various videos as well as far as on stream, we'll probably mess around with trying to see what we can do with PvP. That, and I feel like next week might be a treasure hunt week, so we'll probably spend a few hours doing treasure hunt as well. at some point if it is a treasure hunt week. If not, then we won't. Just the only time it's worth doing this late in the game is if it is a treasure hunt week, because it gives a lot more extra resources on top of the pretty decent rate of gems. Oh, best use of a major blue? Basically, Zugoff is the only best use of a major blue for the most part. You throw it into Zugoff and hopefully eventually craft them. But yeah, major blues, the only other thing that they might be used for, in the current way that the game is set up, dooms are extremely hard to max out. And if you specifically need to max out a doom in order to get a kingdom to a certain star level, then you might use major blues for that. But other than that, that's the only two things you would really use them for, is dooms and eventually crafting a Zugoff. Though ideally, eventually crafting the Zugoff is probably the more important one. He's the hardest thing in the entire game to obtain. It makes Dawnbringer luck easy. Still less than 1% of people in the game even own it. Actually, I'm pretty sure less than 0.1% of people in the game even own it. Oh, 990k souls. Congratulations, you're pretty much there then. You'll get that in the next hour or less. Actually, if you get lucky with gnomes, you'll get it before the end of the stream. Hey, another arcane, nice. Also, I can't believe Cedric has a 2,500 soul drop. I actually completely forgot about that. But that seems so useless compared to Soul Gnome. Come on, gnomes, we know you're out there. Well, we just get one a few battles ago. But I want to get one more Vault Key. Gotta make up for that previous one. I might just open up another one just to make sure that wasn't our last key. Because that was a really pitiful last key. If we don't get one, we'll open one. Because we have to end at a good Vault Key. Or at least one that isn't completely useless. Yeah, I guess we'll open a Vault Key after next gnome, regardless of if it drops a Vault Key or not. Oh, there we go. Well, that's that. Please drop a Vault Key. You know you want to. How perfect would that be? You know you want to. Ah, well, it's still a good drop. 5 gems. I'll take it. Okay, so let's go open a Vault Key. And let's hope it's better than that previous Vault Key, which pretty much had that exact same loot of 5 gems for the entire Vault Key. Of course, it had 3 other drops, but they were basically nothing. Well, let's go test our luck with one last one. If it'll ever load. Go, game, go! There we go. Also, we did manage to break over 22,000 gems this event. I forget what we were previously, but I know it was under 22,000. So now we're over 22,000. Also, we were only at... Wow. We were under 4 million souls prior to this, too. We gained over 170,000 souls. I don't know the exact value. But somewhere's over 170,000 souls this weekend without ever using a soul farming team. Except for maybe like 1 or 2 battles to show people. Because I think someone asked about it the other day. But, yeah, that's a lot of souls. I think we are averaging about 15,000 per hour or so from doing that. Anyways, let's go and open one Vault Key. This isn't actually from a gnome, but we'll still go open it, see what we get. Gotta get something better than that previous key. Okay, then just wipe him out. Come on, anything of value. Okay, I just said earlier that we didn't get a single gem drop, so I guess he wanted to prove me wrong. Not the greatest drop he has, but I'll take it, 100 gems. That's going to go towards Monday, actually. We'll be using that in like 5 hours to go pay for the new weapon that's coming out tomorrow. So that's 100 less gems we have to pay for that, so that's nice. But yeah, now it's even higher. But yeah, that's actually the first Cedric gem drop we got. We've obviously gotten gem drops from the smaller gnome. That's the first one we got from Cedric. He drops either 100 or 250. The 250 is really rare, but I think we've gotten it twice now. I know for sure we've gotten it once. I believe it's been 2 times now, though. Would you advise players who are near 500 cards collected to continue to open 50 chests with 1,000 glory? Or best to just save them? You feel stuck and unlucky in getting new cards? Well, spending them on glory will definitely help to try to get new cards. The only other thing people tend to use glory for is reducing the time in which it takes to get arcane trait stones, because you can just farm them up. It's actually best to use it whenever there's an epic here, because you can buy them. The pack might be 100 glory more, but you end up getting 2 arcane trait stones instead of 1, meaning that each arcane trait stone, if you're only looking at it from an arcane trait stone perspective, is costing you 200 glory each, which are the best times to ever do them, is whenever there's an epic here, as you can see by the markings there. But yeah, like next week it won't be as good. It's a common, so it's going to be 300 and you only get the 1. But yeah, whenever there's an epic here, it is pretty good value to go and spam it a little bit to stock up on that trait stone so that you basically never need it again. And that tends to be the biggest thing that glory tends to get used for, is to make it so people don't have to go out of their way to trait stone farm. Trait stone farm isn't as bad as it used to be though, especially with gnome events and stuff like that. But I don't know, it's still pretty tedious if you're going to be doing that for a bunch of different troops. Some people just like to instantly buy the trait stones with glory, and it ends up saving several hours. You don't get as many new troops from it though, compared to just opening glory keys, but it does save grind time in other ways. How many gems in total will the new weapon be? 410, right? I believe every raids and evasion's somewhere around there. Or was it higher than that? Let's see. The first pack is 30, then 70, then I forget the values for them. Then I believe it's 150. Then goes to 250. Oh, never mind. It might be 500 gems. I actually completely forgot. I believe it's 500 gems. Though do keep in mind, you can also buy the weapon in the Soul Forge every single week. You don't have to buy it with gems. Yeah, I believe it's around 500 gems. I actually forget the exact value off the top of my head. It's up to the weapon thingy, which I believe is tier 4. I normally go up to tier 5, just so that we get the thing to mythic. But yeah, it's somewhere around 500 gems, give or take a little bit. I actually cannot recall the exact value off the top of my head, but we'll be able to see that on Monday when it switches over. Yeah, if you don't currently have that now, the easiest way to go do that is just spam treasure hunt. Well, obviously right now, farm gnomes instead. But let's say it's already next week and you find you're not having enough. Just spam treasure hunt several times. Treasure hunt almost always gives you 1 gem. And if you spam this enough times, you'll have all the gems you need. And this is a good way to, whenever you're short on gems for anything, just to get the last little bit of gems. It's one of the reasons why this game mode is played so much as well in early game. Because in early game, you're normally hit 0 gems quite often. And if you are at that point and you still need more gems for something, treasure hunt is the absolute best way currently in the game to cover that gap. The only better method is doing gnome grinding whenever there are gnomes available, like this weekend, for several more hours, or a few more hours. It ends in, what, 4 hours? 5 hours, 4 hours and 52 minutes till it ends. But whenever it's not a gnome event, this is the best method for accumulating gem value. Also, you ideally want to stop at as many green chests as you possibly can, and make sure you don't go any further than green. Anything beyond green is pretty bad. But basically the whole premise is you just keep getting more and more and more green chests until basically the entire board is just green chests, or as many as you can get while still going through it as quickly as possible. And there we go. Should get some amount of gems from that. And it looks like we get like 2 or 3. But yeah, we get 3 gems, and you just basically keep repeating that until you have them all. If you're ever short on the weapon or something like that. Normally it's about 1 gem per map on average. That one was actually really lucky. What is my favorite Dawnbringer team for PvP? I don't actually currently run it anymore for PvP. The only time I ever bring it out is for class events mainly. Is about the only time I really bother going out of my way to use it. As far as actually with PvP, probably just the 4x Giant team. Just was one of the classics. Using it with Yarrow Fire Mantle, Fire Giant, Hero using Dawnbringer, and Hyndla. Other than that, using it behind a Gorgulfa in some way tends to make for really tanky teams. Gorgulfa damage source, Dawnbringer damage source is really strong, regardless of what you really put there. You could also replace out one of those damage sources that for a mana accumulator, like Yellow or something, so that they both feed, like with a Mercy, to give it that instant cleanse and all that mana. That feeds also into your Dawnbringer. Yeah, Hyndla is really, really good for buffing the amount of damage on your Dawnbringer. She ends up giving 2 extra magic and 2 extra HP every extra turn to all giants. So you just basically keep spamming extra turns, and you infinitely get like an absurd amount of damage onto your Dawnbringer. Alternatively, you could technically even just go something like Alchemist, Moneylender into Dawnbringer Hyndla, and you just stack up Dawnbringer to the point where you 2-shot the entire enemy team. It's not really particularly viable, but it's still decent. Yeah, you run it in Arena too, but that's not an actual specific team. That's just you use Dawnbringer, you pick all the yellows, and then you instant win Arena. But yeah, it is used in Arena too. I just don't play Arena, especially since they removed the EXP from Arena, which makes it quite pointless to do it now, especially in late game, because that was one of the only reasons I'd probably do Arena in the first place, was to try to get some EXP off of it for heroes, since it gave 2 EXP per battle, but now it gives 0 EXP per battle, regardless of what hero class you use, because you can't set a hero class. But yeah, that's still a weird change, but I don't know. They are still buffing Arena and Treasure Hunt this year, so hopefully the buff is worth it. It's probably the only reason why they technically slightly nerfed it, was because that buff is probably right around the corner. But we'll have to see. Anyways, guys, I'm going to be heading out for now. Hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. Also, best of luck if you're still going to be farming gnomes for these last several hours. But yeah, we'll be back tomorrow, same time as always, 1 hour prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be going over all the new stuff that ends up coming in. Mainly that new weapon, I think, is the only thing that's going to be even remotely somewhat okay as far as usability. But other than that, it's a pretty team week, not too much coming out. We have the weekend free, and yeah, it's just going to be a chill week to go and basically do whatever we want. That doesn't have like any real restrictions other than invasions. But invasion's a pretty easy game mode, and it pays pretty much better than any other guild-related event for the most part. As far as the overall loot that you get from it, it's really nice compared to most of the other ones from a value perspective. But anyways, guys, I'll see you all later. Thanks for stopping by, and have a wonderful week. Goodbye, everyone.